Hi friends, welcome to Aishu's DIY. Today we will design a necklace using ggc treasure bag, the Enchanted treasures, and this is a cool pendant that we got. Look at that. That's green in color. It's closed. It has that bell sound if you rattle it. So this is very pretty. It's like a small perfume bottle or something. It looks like it, and kind of an amulet or something that you can store something inside. So I just tried an idea, and it is working out. So this green seems to be a little bit too much for my design, too contrast. So I like the lighter green and the golden cylindrical beads that we got. Plus maybe I don't know, if I want to use, I will use these as well. So those are the things that I got out, and I am happy with these, but maybe I won't use this color. Okay, so I have some bead stringing wire. This is 0.45 millimeter bead stringing wire in this color, and then I have in the same color I have the Chinese knotting cord 0.8 millimeter, and then I'm going to use both crimping technique and knotting technique in together. Then the hematite rose gold beads and the heart crystals and the roundels. I have maybe I won't use the roundels, maybe I will, I'm not so sure, because I need the length, so I will just design accordingly. Like, this is what I tried and I really liked it, and so simple. See this, it comes off very nicely. So that's why I save these short pieces so that I can try and then utilize upon. So I strung some beads, and this looked nice as well, but I kind of didn't want this much contrast, if that makes sense. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna push all of these on the side. Maybe I will not use the roundel, but I am not so sure at this point. So first I'm gonna string the beads. Okay, so I will have to separate it eventually, because we need that many number of beads on the other side as well. The center will be this pendant, and when it comes to this pendant, I'm going to attach it with a couple of jump rings, because this is perpendicular to the pendant. So when I go like this, right, it doesn't stay properly. I want this to be like this. So what I will do is I will attach it with either the cord or with jump rings. So now the heart bead is pretty, so I'm just gonna use the heart bead, and then figure out a pattern that I like. So that's what I'm gonna do first. Okay, these are the materials that I'm gonna use, and I will come up with a pattern and I'll show you guys how it goes. Out a pattern which I like. I eliminated the green beads totally. I really like the subtle way of the monotonous color. So this is the pattern I came up with. So for this part, I have the two cat's eye beads and the heart and the hematite, followed by a heart and two cat's eye bead. When it comes to about the middle section, I added the hematites separated by this barrel bead, and then one of the heart section, and then again the barrel bead, and then again barrel bead. So this part of the wire, I'm still working with the spool. You guys must have all noticed by now I don't cut my wire, and this side I'm leaving because I need a little bit longer of the length, like 24 inches or so. So I'm just leaving about, say, 14 inches here. Okay, at this point I keep a mark, so I'll let you guys know what I'm planning to do. So this point I pull the beads down So this is ending with the hematite. I take the entire strand, and it's okay if you leave a little bit more, that's okay. And then just go through the barrel bead, just don't go through the hematite. And then when you pull it, this is what you should have. I was expecting more it to be like this. Okay. So you can add the jump ring and the pendant here. So just about like this. I'm thinking, will this look good or not? Already I have kinked the wire, but that's okay because we are going to anyways try and do it this way. So kind of a bummer, but you can do that as well. So what you can do is add this wire and add it to this and go back through it. It's also a possibility, kind of, and then go back through it, but it won't sit properly is what my thought process is. If it sits, then it's not a big deal. So let's just try that as well. So this is how it will be. Still you will see the wire exposed here, right? Okay. Let's see what we can do about it. So in order to close this part, we can add some dangles over this side so that we can have this a little bit full. That way we can close this apart, or we can add whatever I thought, like the that means we are not including this, and we're continuing this. So I figured I will just, after the hematite bead, I'll go through the chain. Okay, actually 2 links of chain, just like that, to add security to the piece. So 2 links of chain right here, and then go through the hematite bead and our cylindrical bead. Push everything down right here, about say here, and then I'm continuing with my hematite. The cat's eye, hematite. So So I'm just going to see how this looks. Okay, I know it's a little bit kinked or so, but anyways, going to add some cord here so that will get straightened up is what I'm thinking. So this is how it looks. I really like the way it looks. So I'm just going to continue the pattern and then come back and show you guys how I add the cord. So what I did was I strung and then I left like about say 5 inches because we need to crimp this much, so I'm leaving about say an inch, and then I put a bead stopper right here and I'm gonna secure this to this knotty to towel. Okay, I'm gonna put some, actually not here, so I'm gonna start from the middle. Why I'm starting from the middle, I can take off the beads if it is too much after I'm started knotting, because that the cord will take up some space. It will eat up some space, so that's why. So we need to start from here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this thing in here, chain in here, push all these things. So this is where we have, and just let this like this. Obviously we need space, so I'm just going to have it like this and start from here. Okay, I have my cord. I have cut my cord about say 3 feet, fold it into half at one end, just leaving about say 2 inches or so, just this little bit, and push all the beads down. This is where it starts, the 2 strands, so I just hold it like this. The longer cord will be on the top, and then I hope so I'm doing it right. Let me see and then show you guys. No, I didn't. So okay, this way. So the outside part is where the loop is gonna be, but the longer cord is always on the top and the shorter cord on the bottom, just like this. Okay, and then pull the 2 cords into that loop of yours, and then pull the long cord through and through. This is a Larks knot. We have done this knot quite a lot. If you are not aware of this knot, go ahead and watch the basic macrame knots tutorial in my channel. So now we have the short end towards the middle or the center part of the necklace and the long end for our purposes. So take this, scoot 1 bead down. So we are going to do the Larks knot, right? So I'm gonna put a white sheet underneath for you guys to see a bit better. So this is what it is. Make like a loop, go on top of the wire, underneath and through the loop. Okay, so just that. Larks knot is over, under and pull through, under, over and pull through, but we are doing only one part of the Larks knot, so it's always going to be over, under and pull through. So then again push a bead, make a loop, under, through that loop, and then hold it right there. So you can hold it as tight as a bead is. So this is how it looks. Then push the next bead, over, under and pull through, just like that. Can you see how it goes? So this is what I'm gonna do, over, under and pull through. So I'm just going to do this until I run out of cord, basically. So if this elongated bead comes, you do the same. just like that. Push the next one. So just like this, I'm going to continue doing it until I'm done with the cord. So now that I have finished it, at the end, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys what I'm about to do. So we are doing only one part of the larks knot, as you guys remember. So at the end I am doing one more. So over, under, and pull through. Now under, over, and pull through. See, 3 feet of cord is perfect for us. So if you want, you can make one more lark's head knot. Over, under, and pull through. Under, over, and pull through without any beads. That creates some stability out here. So I can even make one more, I guess. So I can use my tweezer nose pliers. You can also use tweezers if the cord is very small. Under, over, and pull through, just like that. So 3 knots, and now you can take it off. See, you have this much wire left, but I had to take a couple of, like, I think probably 3-4 beads of the cat's eye out. So if you want, you can have a little bit more, but at this point of time I will take my scissors and snip this off. Okay, take my lighter and burn this down to our work. Just be careful, because we have plastic wire, beading wire, which is nylon coated anyways, so just we need to be careful. So I'll show you guys what it is now. So okay, everything is coming off. See, if you can see, this is how our necklace looks so far at one end. At this end, what I will do here is I will leave this on the necklace. I'll start the other side also, and then I will finish it, or you can finish it, it's up to you, but I want this to be much more secure than it is. Right, push it all the way down, maybe do one more knot per se. So I should snip this off and then carefully melt this end. There we go. So now I will start the other side and finish it off. I really like how this turns out to be. You can just do this with even a leather cord, like 1mm or 1.5mm leather cord. It will be chunkier and bulkier, so if you use a little bit bigger beads, then it will look really nice. So I will start this side and continue doing the same, and then I'll come back and show you guys how I finish the ends. Okay, start from the middle and go towards the outer side. Hi friends, welcome back. So I finished the other side as well. This is how it looks, as you guys can see. I really like the way this turned out to be. It is pretty, and as you guys can see, this is how it looks. This is the, you can just finish this off with this, or you can add this, as I said, with some kind of jump rings or so. I'll figure this out later, but first things first. So this is the end of the cord that I have, and then we are going to finish it with crimp tubes. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some crimp tubes, and I like to flat crimp, not because I do these crimp tubes, these are not branded. I got this off of Amazon. You can find it in Amazon, different colors. It's very economical. You have quite a lot, as you guys can see. I have been working for this long and I have used only this much. Majorly, I use the antique silver and the gold, and sometimes the silver. But size 2 crimps, I hardly used much. This is what I used, and it is very economical, so I use this. And with this crimping with the crimping pliers, it doesn't come good. I mean, it doesn't fold very well like the beadalon bead crimps. So if I'm using the beadalon bead crimps, which is this right here, right? If I'm using this, then I use the crimping pliers. If I'm using this crimp, I choose to use the flat crimps. So I don't have a copper crimp. If you do have a copper color crimp, use that. Or you can use crimp covers for to hide the crimp tube or crimpy that you are using. But anyways, we got this toggle clasp from the box as well. So I'm just adding the crimp tube into my wire and taking the toggle clasp inside, and then coming back. Okay, so you wanted to have so if you pull this is getting tightened up. That's all it's happening. So I'm just going to hold my crimp tube and pull it and make sure it's not crisscrossed inside. Go ahead and flat crimp it, and take your wire cutters and just cut it as close as possible. So this is what our one side is. You don't have to worry, this is a thinner one, it will go into the toggle very easily. Normally if you have the bar side, you add seed beads to actually make it go through, but this one won't have a problem. So now come back here. So since I have this cord on, if I push it, it's gonna contract our work actually. I mean, it's gonna compress. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry about it. Just hold it here and then go ahead and crimp it. Okay, and cut this wire. So now that that's done, our necklace is finished in a sense. If you don't want to add the add the pendant, you just want to keep it with the chains. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take the chain, okay, and go through the front of the pendant, which is the opening side. Take it here, and I'm just going to open up a couple of rings and try to attach it here. I mean, I need jump rings so that I can do that successfully, because there's not enough space there. So I really like this kind of a setup. You have all the tools that you need to finish the jewelry, so I really like this. I know I can use a smaller crimp if I want, but smaller jump rings, I do have them, but I for some reason prefer to use this jump ring. Or else what I can use is this one right here. I have a copper chain, and these chains are formed with jump rings, and these are heavier gauge jump rings. You can use this as well, but I'm fine with this. So I'm just going to use two sets of pliers. One will be the bent nose pliers, and the other will be the tweezer nose pliers. So whenever I open and close the jump ring, hold it this way where it is bent, open it up. Okay, first of all I just want to cut the links here. So I just want to add it like this. That means you can either cut the links or you can just open the links up. Either way is fine. Close it back. And now the other one. Hold that. I know it's a little bit tricky. So add this here. Take your jump ring, add it to both the chain, and I'm gonna add it here. Okay, in the top chain. If you remember, we did add this two links to the wire just for security purposes, and I'm gonna do with one more jump ring because I wanted it to be secure. It's good that you have one more extra support. Do the same. And then try and fit it through that link. If not, just let it go. I guess that should be enough. There is not much space in it, so I think it's safe and secure. I still have a little bit pieces of chain. Here is what it is. It's a little bit different. I wanted it to look different, and adding some metallic elements here actually adds to the pendant is what I feel. So this is what the necklace is. I'll do a close-up because normally I tend to finish up my project pretty easily, fast actually. Sorry, not easily, fast, and people do want to see what they are making before they can make a decision of whether they're going to follow this pattern or not. So this is the pendant, this is the chain part. If you think that this is a little bit haphazard for you guys, you can add some tangles to it, but I really like this look. So this is what we have, right? And this is the necklace part. It starts where we did macrame, and then it just so It's okay if the cord comes here and there. It's nice, it's organic look. So the patterns that we followed and half of the lock said knot that we did with the cat's eye and everything, and then finally 3 locks said knot on either side and then a lobster claw clasp. So this is how the necklace looks like. I really like the way this turned out to be. I hope you guys did too. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.